friends, this is your Admiral speaking. Hope you're having a wonderful day and welcome to another World of Warships video. And today we're gonna take a look at the Queen Elizabeth class battleship, a tier 6 tech ship you can actually train on or grind in the game, as we usually say. By the way, this is not a pre-recorded video. I'm actually recording this while I'm in the game, so I am not taking a replay. I'm actually gonna play the game while I'm talking this time. But I think it is very important to try and take a look at the ship before we take it into battle. See what's the benefit of the ship has compared to other ships. But I will not compare too many ships now. Just gonna compare like the most basic knowledge you need to know about the ship and what the ship is actually good at. For those of you not into to the ship's armor, we're just gonna take a brief look at those list of these things of what the ship actually does have and what it doesn't have. But yeah, we're gonna go very quick with that. I'm gonna start with the armor layout. By the way, I'm using a special commander here, so there will be probably this commander is probably slightly better than normal commander, but it's just a with a slightly percentage of like 5% more better than the original commander you will have, but it's basically the same though. So the armor layouts, if you want to take a look at the ship's armor layout, you just press on the armor layout and then you can see actually what the ship is capable of. Like you can see how much armor the ship does have. Like if you point your mouse over here, you can see the force end plating is 26 millimeters. On the bow, like on the deck, is also 26 millimeters. And if you want to take a look inside what's behind those, you can just quickly just click remove on that, because that's the thing that says the front part. So now we remove the front part. Now you can probably see a bit inside of the ship. So here you see the barbette armor is 254 millimeters. That's probably, no, it's not the strongest part, but the gun force, like the front plate of the gun, is mostly the most heavily protected right here. And if you go lower, you see like the aftward casements armor, that's lower, that's 152 millimeters. That goes the entire ship actually. And right here is your Citadel behind the torpedo bulkhead. We can remove the torpedo bulkhead and then you can see the Citadel. Let me remove some more. Let's remove those and those. This is your Citadel of your ship. Right, from the barbette, from the guns actually to the barbette and directly to your Citadel. It's the torpedo bulkheads though, but still, it is actually below the waterline, which is actually very good for you as a battleship. So that's a very, very hidden Citadel. So that's a very good thing for you as a battleship that is actually below the waterline. It means it's going to be difficult for warships to Citadel you from a very close-up range. But I can still Citadel you if they actually manage to just hit your barbette armor and hit there with the armor piercing shells with battleship shells. You can, like for example, the Texas can do that, New Mexico can do that, Arizona can do that. Ships with 14-inch shells can actually damage a lot. So be careful about those ships as well. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing what other parts of the ship is, just simply click on the armor layout and see how much your ships actually can handle. Or just simply being curious about your ship's strength. So it actually have like 267 millimeters of armor plate like beneath the waterline. That will not be so necessary when it comes to battle between other battleships, because the shells will probably hit the waterline there, so that doesn't matter too much to you. It's the other one that does matter a little bit. That has 330 millimeters, so that's the place where armor piercing shells will hit. So that's the place you will take damage though, or will try to resist as much damage you can. And above that again, the other armor plate, that is 152 millimeters, so that could almost every shell of battleship shell penetrate, however, with that. By the way, also, just to inform you, for example, the lowest armor plating you have is the 16 millimeters of armor plates, and that's most of the ship's superstructure. That is not armored at all. It's not meant to be armored at all. So any type of shell hitting this area of the ship, doesn't matter how big or small it is, you will take damage. High explosive shells, definitely. High explosive shells will also damage the armor plate here, fore aft armor. If there comes from a cruiser or a battleship, they can still do damage. You can catch fire easily by that. So yeah, enough about the armor though. Let's see about the ship's survivability. You can see here your hit points is exactly 55,300. I'm sorry, and you have a reduction of 22% of why can't I talk today? Torpedo protection damage. So that is your torpedo bulkage over here. So this line from there all the way down to here to there is your torpedo protection. You can see here in the armor section again that this is your side plating that protects your ship from torpedo attacks. Behind that, you probably won't be as much protected as with the torpedo, but if you hit that place, yeah, you will probably be screwed though. By the way, if you get hit in a torpedo with the torpedo behind here anyway, there's a very high chance that you will get your rudder jammed in a couple of minutes or maybe a couple of seconds. Hopefully not that long. And let's take a look at the ship guns. This is a main battery of 381mm guns, which means these are the guns of 15-inch. Those are the same guns you can find on Battleship Warspite and on the Battleship Hood, or the Battlecruiser Hood to be precise. In the game it's still a battleship, but in real life Hood was a battlecruiser. But they have the same guns though. So they're not extremely powerful, but they are powerful guns. And if you hold your mouse over there, you can see how much time it takes for the guns to reload. It takes exactly 30 seconds. It takes 180 seconds to turn your guns around. Maximum dispersion is 212. That means that you have a circle of 212 where the shell is most likely going to land on a target where you aim. Maximum damage from using high explosive shells is 6,300. That's the damage you can do with high explosive shells. And hitting ships with those shells is 35% chances of catching fire on that ship. So that's a good thing, catching fire on ship. And that's usually what British battleship usually is about, is to try to catch fire on enemy warship by using high explosive shells. Even though armor piercing shells are good too, you can catch fire. You can catch fire on the other battleships or cruisers. It's actually very good. They also have, you can also see the HE shell armor penetration is 95, which means if you hit another battleship, another Queen Elizabeth for example, on this part of the ship, that will still take damage. So there is no way those will not take damage. That will take damage, guaranteed. Using armor piercing shell, that's a maximum of 11,400 damage of a maximum range of 17.1 kilometers. You can also increase that with your scout plane. I believe, yeah, with your scout plane you can probably reach 21, maybe 22 kilometers in total. So that's a good thing too. Also, you have secondary armament, which are those guns of the 113mm guns. Those are the ship's main defensive against destroyer or cruiser attacks, but mostly destroyers though. Those guns are not good, just saying. And the reason for that is because they don't have the range to attack back on other ship. They only have the range of 5.2 kilometers, which is very, very short for a battleship secondary range compared to German battleship secondary range. But you also have even though those guns are not good for destroyer attacks, those guns are good for the anti-air department. How should I say? Or should I say arsenal? Those guns are actually your AA guns as well. So if you're getting attacked by airplanes, those guns here will actually fire upon the airplane as well. So they're not just secondary armament to attack smaller ships, but they can shoot at airplanes as well, which is very good. And that is why the AA defenses on the ship is kind of high. It's on 67% or 67. If I compare that to Warspite with only 47, and that's because Warspite doesn't really have all of those modern guns that Queen Elizabeth's got. Queen Elizabeth has a better modernization than Warspite, so that's why Queen Elizabeth has better AA. So compared to Warspite and Queen Elizabeth, you have the best AA, but the Warspite has the best secondary armament against other warship you can fire upon. Yeah, we don't have to go too much detail about that. Maneuverability though, maximum speed of 23 knots, 0.5 knots. You can increase that with flags, but I'm gonna go into it with flags later though. You can even go faster if you have your commander train up using Brick's skill. That, if as long as you're not detected, your speed will increase with 10%, which means I can literally, with the flag, I can reach 27.2 knots in total, which is actually very fast for a super dreadnought of this type of era made battleship. Your rudder shift time is 11.5 seconds, which is actually very good. The turning circle is 680, which is also very good, but that means it's also your ship is turning faster than your guns, so you have to plan your move here very carefully when you play the ship. Actually, you have to have all of your guns already pointed at one side when you're in the game, so you can actually open fire and shoot enemy warships when you spot one. Okay, so the final part is the concealment. So the concealment of the ship is normally 13.0, so exactly 13 kilometers, but we're gonna put the camo on, which means that will be increased to decreased, excuse me, to 12.6 kilometers, which is actually very, very good. That's a very stealthy battleship, and that's what I also want to recommend. As soon as you spot a ship, you don't really need to shoot at it in the beginning, because as soon as you shoot, I'm gonna tell you, as soon as you shoot, you will be spotted. After it says detectability range after firing main gun shell is 17.1 kilometers. That's exactly the same range of what your guns can shoot at. So any ships between that range will spot you instantly. As soon as you open fire with your main battery, you will be spotted from 7.1 kilometers. The other above is this detectability range after firing a secondary armament, so your secondary armament can still open fire on enemy warships, and you still doesn't have like detectability increased by that happening. Detectability when the ship is inside smoke is also a thing. I will go that a certain time. Detectability when the ship is on fire is also increased. So if your ship is on fire, you will be spotted at 14.6 kilometers instead of 12.6. So 2 kilometers more sight of spotting if you're on fire. Detectability by air is 8.2. So the same thing, if the ship is on fire, you will be detected by 11.2 instead, so that's also an increase. Assumed detectability range. This is something that's been confusing a bit sometimes, but it says only 2 kilometers, which looks kind of insane to you, or maybe anyone else, but explain it. It says right here, the distance between the ships is guaranteed to be detected by an enemy ship, even if it's in smoke or behind an island. So if you are 2 kilometers close to me, I will be spotted anyway. It doesn't matter if I'm inside the smoke, it doesn't matter if you're behind an island, you will be spotted automatically, instantly. And here we go, detectability after firing main guns in smoke. So that is 13.2. So if you open fire in smoke, you will be detected by a range of 13.2 instead of 12.6. That also works on cruiser smoke and destroyer smoke. Actually, that doesn't really matter. As soon as you're inside smoke, your detectability range will go down. But as soon as you open fire, detectability will then increase again for enemy ships to see you. So there we go. That was like a small introduction about this Queen Elizabeth class battleship. If I go into the commander, I will not be so much of a how to explain what to do, but I would actually put gun feeder on, gears. Oh, how do I spell that? I don't know how to spell that. But it is the gears though. Increase the speed of the gears so you can turn your guns faster. Adrenaline rush. I will put, and I will put emergency repair expert, so you have an extra heal. And then after that, I would have put concealment expert, and after that, I would have used bricks. if you don't want to have anything else, of course. That completely depends upon you as a player. I like to have a very fast ship. I like to heal, and I like to be not detected. So that is also probably the reason why I am more concealed than most other ships. So maybe to you normal players that doesn't have this commander or that skill already trained up, you probably have your concealment less than 12.6. It's probably 13 or between 13 or 14 kilometers in normal. But staying stealthy in this ship is a very good thing, which means you can actually be almost like a destroyer sometimes. You can ambush enemy players really, really hard. When it comes to flags, though, we're gonna go into a battle, but take a look. I don't have that many more flags anymore, and that's because Wargaming have decided to not let us earn any more flags by earning achievements or heroic achievements in the game, which means that I don't feel it's actually worth it to use my flags on random battles anymore. I have to spend them on ranks or clan battles most likely, because that's the more they will actually have more effective purpose there. Like in random, they won't have any purposes, because if you actually achieve the medal for getting India Delta, you won't get any more India Delta. You don't get any more speed boost if you get double kills. You don't get any more flags of secondary kills. Those will not happen anymore. So the flags are rare now, and I mostly use my money now to buy them. And luckily, I have a lot of exchangeable credits. Though I have credits to buy them for now, but I'm gonna try and save up for that. So it's not really worth it using flags anymore on random battles. But if you're not even thinking of going into a clan battle or rank, and you don't really care about that, of course, you're free to use your flags as you want. Because if you don't want to play rank or clan, you can just use your flags anyway, because the flags won't have any matter for you anyway if you're not going in there. And to make an example now, I will go into the game without any flags at all, and so we can see how the ship works. Alright, I see you there then. Alright guys, we're in the game. Let's take a look at what we are fighting against. So that's a very important thing to see. Who are you up against? What are you fighting against? We're in a tier, we're in the middle tier here of tier 7, so we are using Queen Elizabeth, so we are tier 6, but we are also facing tier 7 and tier 5 warships in this game. So that's also a good to note. Put usually on high explosive shells when you start the game, so you can actually kill and hit destroyers. With Queen Elizabeth in particular, could be good on any other battleships too, but I will actually just put high explosive shells on Queen Elizabeth anyway, because the high chances of getting fire is actually good, because people usually hit the repair party really fast. I don't want you to use that thing as soon as you catch fire. Don't use that ability immediately, or not use this thing immediately. Save it. Save it when you actually need it. And when you are on fire, you don't really actually need it, because you can heal those damage with your repair party. So don't waste them. Don't waste them. I don't know why he is shooting, but probably just want to shoot for fun. If he actually hit a warship from this range, I will laugh. It didn't hit anything. But that would be fun if I actually hit somebody though. But yeah, also, here we go. We have the first ship in mind here. That's Torrento. A good target. Let's open fire there. He used smoke. That's fine. Like, he'll use smoke now, but later he will be able to use smoke. I actually hit him inside smoke, which is good. Oh, Minsk. You can open fire on Minsk.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Wow, the blue-eyed demon. Wow. I like the name Blue-eyed Demon. Alright, so, well, Cruise is standing still, but Minsk are the most dangerous ship here of them. I don't know how he disappeared though, but yeah. We're kind of rushing in here a little bit, but yeah, I don't want to rush too much. Position of your battleship is also a very crucially important thing about the game. looks like those are shells from Fuso, but Fuso has a very broad dispersion, so I won't care about them. Okay, now he used smoke. Now my main focus target, it should be Tarento. He's gonna wait a slightly couple of seconds to make him turn his full broadside, which is good. And there. Never mind, he got annihilated. I didn't expect him to die there, actually. But yeah, that's how it happens. Well, I was doing the right thing, though. You were doing the right thing, shooting at that ship. Okay, so Dallas and that British cruiser Emerald should be our next priority target. And I will actually go in reverse there, which is not what I usually do, but I feel like I can do it here. I don't really care about food, so it can barely do any damage to me. Alright, Dallas. Let's see if we can hit Dallas for a good damage. There is Emerald as well. I'll actually hit Emerald more than the Dallas, because Emerald can use smoke as well. I'm about to use the repair party though. There's Fuso again. Those dispersion looks actually very good for once. They flew over most of them. Okay, we're gonna hit the repair party now. And we're gonna try and attack the Emerald, because that's a ship of only paper. We can Citadel that ship with our explosive shells, you see? Three Citadels with high explosive shells. If I used armor piercing now, most of the shells would probably just go straight through the warship. But yeah, killing that ship now is my main priority now. It needs to die quickly. Oh, there is like an island in the way, but okay, I should have her. Yeah, she's dead. Didn't get Citadel, but we destroyed her at least, so that's good. Oh. Yeah, there are many ships here. Like, we should be focusing on Minsk first. Because DD are dangerous ships, and they can hide themselves, you know. Let's see, I have to have this scout plane open now. He will not be despotted, he will be spotted constantly now, so there we go. Here we will be there in a couple of seconds. Never mind, he died. Next target will be Dallas, so press F1.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
But they do have a lot of caps, but they have lost many ships. They have lost 4 ships. Never mind, he's also dead.
Much obliged.
So now we should cap. We should cap A, F1
Capture
of them.
that area.
We will continue then on with attacking Fuso and Colorado. Fuso is actually standing still. I'm considering to switching over to armor piercing shells here. I'm considering. If we catch fire and he repairs it, then I will not. Nope. Alright, we have this side of the map. We should now just rush them completely. This is the perfect time to rush them. We'll try and avoid some of those shells if we can. Alright, we avoided everyone. I didn't even have to turn. Alright, we're gonna change over to armor piercing after this salvo. Oh, never mind. Fuso disappeared, but I'm gonna open fire anyway because I know her last location. So I'm gonna open fire there. So now I'm changing to armor piercing shells as well. Colorado. So there we go. Fuso's right there. I actually hit her with 1 shell. Like, we're turning this direction so we can avoid as much shells as possible. But now we're gonna turn into him again. Let's see, how much is... Yeah, Fuso and Colorado's taking most damage. So yeah. I will actually do 1 salvo on Colorado because that's what I can do. And I will completely turn all of my guns around now because they're running away. They are running away, so let's just do that. That was a good damage from Colorado. But yeah, there are Fuso and Colorado's running away, so I'm going this direction now. And the reason why I'm doing this, oh, that was the wrong way. The reason why I'm doing this is so my turret on my back can actually join in for the fight. Because if I continue going the other direction, the other guns would have not been as useful as they will be now. So yeah, Fuso will be our main priority target now because she is the ship that is mostly damaged.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Both Fuso and Colorado cannot run away from this fight. There is no way they can run away. I did 2 overpen, but that's fine. And I'm heading straight forward now. I don't really need to make any maneuver because Fuso and Colorado doesn't even see me. Fuso is on fire and she's also taking on water, which means she have used her damage repair party or damage what's it called? Damage control party is already been used. So he's taking on water and is on fire at the same time. So yeah, there's no way he could have saved himself. So next target would then be Colorado. I press F3. Probably I can't open fire before I've passed those mountains. We'll see if I can fire over it. I don't think I can. No, I can't fire over it. Just give it a couple of seconds. Past this island. We lost Toronto, which is fine. We did a good job. We have other ships that can do his job by spotting. So yeah, we will open fire on Colorado. Colorado isn't that fast. She goes like maximum speed of 21 knots, I think, or 22 knots maybe. So that's why I aimed at that location. I should probably change over to high explosive shells now, but she has so little HP right now that it doesn't even matter too much. Like, I feel I barely did anything in this fight. Like, everybody has done such a good job that I barely felt like I was even present in this fight. So I'm actually gonna turn this direction so I can help the others. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go that direction. I will do one more salvo on Colorado after this one though, and see if there are any more warships that are still afloat to attack after this round. We got like almost every cap now. In like a couple of minutes earlier we have no caps almost, and now we have like almost every cap. So I'm just gonna wait till I can pass this island again. I'm gonna fire in between those mountains.
Our victory is in sight.
There we go. And I will fire there. Perfect. But the salvo wasn't that perfect though. Well, it's okay. Okay, so there is almost no ships again. There's just Colorado and Byron. Those are the only ships left. There's nothing more to do. We had done our job on both sides. The other ship on my side, on the D line, or the D cap, has actually tanked the enemy all the way and survived, luckily. That is actually very well done of them. But yeah, there's no way I can open fire now at any ships. I can use my scout plane though in a couple of seconds to attack Colorado, and that's the last salvo I can probably do on her. So yeah, we'll launch our scout plane. We will prepare our to attack.
Spotter airborne.
And we're gonna open fire there. I'm spotted, but that's fine. She only has 5,000 HP left, so that will be an easy kill for me though. She's even turning broadside. Look at that. Oh, I misaimed a little bit there. Well, we have another try. He's gonna try and attack Oba. Okay, I see. She's going slower now, so I will put my aim. He's gonna go. He's gonna turn there. Never mind, he's dead. Alright, well played. We won the game very easily, actually. We only lost 2 ships. I barely did anything in this game. Yeah, well played. So yeah, well played. I probably went very far down, didn't I? What? I barely did anything. I barely did anything. Oh well. Well, I barely did anything. But okay, yes. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope to see you guys later, okay? Have a good time. Bye bye.